Hi everyone. So this is a tutorial to show how you can utilize the um, virtual classroom with your participants leading meetings. It would require the instructor setting up different meetings and organizing these for different intervals or even different dates. I've set it up in an interval fashion so that the instructor could monitor. And it would require you launching all of the meetings and then observing them. So we would hit launch. At that point, it creates an open tab. And so the meeting will start in less than 1 minute. So you would have to start the meeting. You could give the link to your lead participant who will put it in, say, your groupings tool if you're using, a discussion area. But we would enter the room and start it off, and we would keep our tab open once we establish all the settings. So we're in our whiteboard, we set our microphone, go through our permissions, and we'll have to do this in all of the meetings that we set up.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
So again, I'm responsible if I want the recordings set. Now I could have done this in advance in the settings. So I'll go back to the main meeting area, close that one out because I don't need it. And now at 10:49, my next meeting can start. Now again, I could make this 15-minute intervals, but the main point being that I can monitor, go back and forth and monitor these rooms in the present form that I'm setting up. I could set it up for different days, but it's totally up to how you would like to do it. But in this fashion, I'm going to set it up in a way where I can moderate the meetings. So I'll click the launch now. I click launch, and I hit enter meeting room. Now, one thing for you, and I'll make sure this is in the crib notes, that if you do this, you do want to make sure that your audio is off because you'll be speaking in all of the rooms. So that's a key point. You want to make sure that your audio is off. You see
You
what's
are
happening
currently
right
the
now.
only person in this conference.
So we want to make sure that that is muted,
You are now muted.
and I want to make sure that this is muted.
You are now muted.
Okay, so that makes sure that in this situation, we have no issue of you speaking over top of the participants. So you can monitor the chats, but you would probably also want to make sure that you've got your volume off because you'll be hearing several conversations at the same time. So it would be difficult for you to actually monitor each of the conversations because you'll be hearing them all at the same time. So we would turn off the volume. The other thing you want to make sure that you do is you turn on multi-user mode so that the users can actually um, use the whiteboard in an interactive fashion if you like. And then I'm going to jump back to my virtual classroom, and group 3 meeting is able to start. I'll click launch. And now I have 3 meetings. And again, it's important that in this setup that we mute ourselves. And I'm going to do that after the fact here. It does its echo test, of course. And then when I jump in, I'll quickly
You are currently the only person in this conference.
quickly mute it. And so that ensures now we've got 3 rooms set up. And if we have multi-user mode set, we have the participants able to interact in this space. Okay, so that is our workaround for using the virtual classroom in a way where you set up the meetings and you set up the links and potential recordings. And you could do it in an interval fashion on a given day, or you could set it up over a couple of different days so you could actually observe and even participate. Thanks very much.